wins over the past 12 years, San Diego Dynasty is simply the most successful team in paintball. But 2012 was not their year. This season brings a few significant roster changes as they picked up Kyle Spica and Brandon Short from the LA Ironmen, as well as Tyler Harmon from Excessive. Brandon Short had been on fire in practice leading up to the event but broke his hand and will be out for 6 to 10 weeks. Dynasty needs a solid front player on that snake side, and both Spica and Harmon can fill that hole. They still have a deep roster filled with all-stars. Oliver Lang, Yosh Rao, and Alex Frazee are literally living legends, players who helped invent aggressive paintball. And Ryan Greenspan is coming off one of his best years ever and is on every coach's shortlist as one of the best players of 2012. Dynasty is very motivated to get back to the top tier of the league this season. Rebuilt and rebooted for 2013, the LA Ironmen have loaded up a new program in search of another championship for the legendary franchise. It's been 3.5 years since their last win, and they're hungry to get back to the top of the game. Mike Hinman has replaced Kevin Brethauer as head coach, bringing in his intense mentality and practice regimen. The roster is radically different than the beginning of 2012, acquiring the #1 American player Marcel Margot, who's been promoted to team captain. They lost longtime players Brandon Short and Kyle Spica to San Diego Dynasty, but picked up a once dominant Alex Goldman, who wants nothing other than to prove to the world he's still one of the best snake players in paintball. Stephen Pitts, who's an experienced, highly underrated gunfighter, and Corey Bornstein, who played last season with Excessive, have also been added to the mix. With all the new weapons and current members, like last year rookie standout Alex Rodriguez and vet Mike Paxton, they are one of the early favorites to win in 2012.
Welcome back. I am coming at you from Maryland, standing here with Shane Colby of Vicious. They just beat Texas Storm. It was looking like it was going to go into overtime for a little bit there. What was going through your mind before they got those penalties to win the point?
Pretty much just I was out there at that point. We saw the time winding down, and I ran, tried to cause some chaos, and luckily my team cleaned it up. They switched a lot of guns that way, and we were just able to pick some loaders off, and then apparently a bunch of chaos went down there, and it came out in our favor, and we were able to get that last point.
Definitely. You guys have been playing really strong. You've only lost one game this whole weekend. How has Todd Martinez, being your coach, improved your play or changed your play? Oh,
he's a huge help. We have the talent on the team, that's for sure. It's just our mental game. He's brought in a whole new concept, and we're taking grasp of it, and it's really working. He's doing a real good job.
All right, so you're back in the championship bracket, but you have a challenge ahead. You got to beat 187 to get that first place. What are you guys going to need to focus on?
We're just going to dig deep and keep the energy from this game. You got to keep it rolling. We can't get down. We need to just go out there and give it everything we got. It's the last game of the tournament, so got to do it.
All right, well, championship bracket and going for first place.
Welcome back here, and we are about to start the pro semifinal, and we have ourselves an old school battle here. San Diego Dynasty going to take on the Los Angeles Ironmen. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Shane Pastana and Rich Telford. I'm glad to have you guys here because, you know, I mean, we got a lot of history of both these teams here, so I'm interested to see your thoughts as this game progresses out. Now, interesting to note, Dynasty, they won the first event in Dallas, and they did it in amazing, dramatic fashion, come from behind victories against Infamous, and man, they had multiple guys step up across the board. Couldn't have played better, man. So, very deep roster. Now, the Ironmen, on the flip side, they've struggled so far this year. They barely made it in here. And see, this is our Champion Division playoffs, Dynasty and Ironmen, and then Damage and Impact next. But you know what happened in practice last weekend was that Dynasty got the brakes beat off them by the Ironmen. So it happens weird sometimes like that. Ironman had a couple of personnel changes. They lost Eric Humphreys. He decided to take a break from the game, focus on his career, and then Toke Hamill went back to Royalty. And, you know, so it's been a real big changeover in personnel and leadership for the Ironmen from one year to the next year, from 2012 to 2013. So, you know, who's going to win this match? I don't know. I mean, I guess on paper, because Dynasty won the first event, you got to give them an advantage. But, you know, when these guys met each other in practice just, you know, 7 days ago, it was the Ironmen who were, you know, beating Dynasty up pretty bad. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this matchup?
I think that the practice makes this a more interesting story, but I don't think tournaments are one at practice. And I think Dynasty has more depth and a lot more
really?
tools.
Then why did you make us drive to Modesto all those years to practice?
No, you got to practice to get to winning the tournaments. I'm just saying because the Ironman could beat Dynasty in practice doesn't necessarily mean they can win the tournament.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm so confused.
Shane, what do you think?
You know what? Dynasty looks really solid this weekend. They went 4-0 in the prelims. They are playing more of a defensive style on this layout, and it's working for them. I'd really like to see the Ironmen open it up. And most of these games we're seeing are 5-4, 4-3, kind of low score.
3-3.
Let's race to 7, right?
For once.
Let's put up 12 points on this game, and let's make it a barn burner. And I think that puts Ironmen in the driver's seat. If they don't do that, you know what? I think they're in trouble.
So you're saying if the Ironmen don't start early and dictate the pace of this game, have those, because think about it. If the Ironmen can't get Marcelo Margot on the Dorito side and Alex Goldman on this Snake side to be those ones that dictate the pace of the game, yeah, you're right. They probably are going to struggle. So that would be,
and you don't want to try to beat Dynasty at Dynasty's game, right? If they choose to slow down and play slow paintball, you don't want to try to slow down and play that slow paintball.
Yeah, they're like Rich was saying, they're deep, and I mean that roster is loaded. And I was in the pits with them yesterday, and like I was telling you guys, you can smell it on them. You smell the confidence. You smell like, you know what? We're the best paintball team in the world right now.
By far.
And
that's
you know what?
Feel.
This sport is all mental.
It's so mental,
and especially at this level. And you mentioned the two names, Mouse and Marcelo. Alex Goldman and Marcelo Margot. Those two kids, in my opinion, are top 5 players in the world.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
And they can change any game.
Yeah, for sure.
And with that supporting core cast of the Ironmen, hey, you know what? Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Right? That's why we shoot the paintballs at each other.
Yeah.
It's about to go down here. 2 seconds before the start of this point. You're looking at the Ironmen on your screen right now. Snake side breakout.
See wins his breakout.
And it looks like, Danny Park getting the start over here. And
Josh got shot going to the tower on the Dorito side.
Ooh, so early death from Yosh Rao trying to get out wide on the Dorito side.
Looks like he just caught one in the pod getting in there. And what happened was the back center for the Ironman, I think it was Alex Rodriguez maybe, stood there over the top and shot for him.
Well, A-Rod's been playing fantastic
this
year.
For sure.
He's just, the kid's a killing machine.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see him do that.
Seems like a good dude, too. I talked to him a little bit in practice. Seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's great. Now this is where Dynasty has been chopping teams up. They lose a guy, but no panic.
Yep.
Just take your time, see what's going on, and do what they do best.
Yeah.
It's just, their core and their depth.
Well, talk about depth and experience. Is Alex Frazier and Ryan Greenspan getting the start over here on the Snake side? And those two guys.
That's a tough 2 guys to come down a tape against.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of good paintball players there.
They're going to throw stuff at you that no one else is throwing at you over and over again. You're going to be like, wow, I can't believe that dude went inside, over the top, back left, and then shot me.
Well, those 2 guys, and obviously they've had a lot of really standout players over the years, but they're still on the team, still playing amazing paintball. But Dynasty's won over 53 events total in the past 10 years. So, and those 2 names are a big reason why, as they're leaders on that squad. You got the captain, and then who's become really the superstar of the team is Ryan Greenspan.
When we practiced against him, he was playing the 1. He's scary when he plays the 1.
Yeah.
I told him, I'm like, hey, Ryan, I don't want to get your head any bigger than it already is. But, man, when you go forward, you play really good. I mean, he plays great in the back.
Yeah.
But when he plays in the front, he puts a lot more pressure on you than a lot of the other Dynasty front guys.
Ryan might be the most versatile player in the game.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you talk like we were talking about top 5 players. He's one of them too.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid he's been a stud and a beast for a
Forever.
decade.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's Alex Frazier, the guy. I mean, honestly, Matty, he's in your intelligence range. I mean, that kid, not a kid, that man now, he's a fantastic player. He really is. And just like you said, this duo over here, it's deadly.
Yeah, so let's see. Danny Park, though, able to get up a little bit faster than Frazier. But like you guys were saying, Dynasty slow playing these points out, whereas the Ironmen play a little bit more aggressive over here. The Ironmen definitely have the advantage as they have 5 players alive. They have Margot, Goldman, Bornstein, Pitts, and Park getting the start. And on Dynasty, still Frazier, Tyler Harmon, Ryan Greenspan, and Dalton Vanderbilt on the field for them. And Tyler Harmon actually broke his hand in a fist fight that he didn't start. And
I was told he hurt his hand running to a bunker playing paintball.
No, that's not true.
Huh.
And
no, that was short.
Yeah, that was short.
Okay.
But anyway, so he had a broken hand, cut his own cast off to play this event.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, what a pickup. He was kind of late right before Dallas, and he's just been playing fantastic.
Oh, he had such an amazing, charismatic tournament, man.
Yeah, he's
doing stuff no one else was doing out there.
Yeah,
that kid is
kind of fun,
a ball of energy.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love it.
Just a nonstop ball of energy, man. Oh, Ironman lose. Looks like Steven Pitts moving up to Dorito, too. Even in this match, right back out. Ryan caught him from the back of the snake there. Again, something Norse people don't do.
I think that was actually Alex Frazier crossfield that picked him up. But
and what I was all talking about at the beginning of this game, race to 7. They get that G off the break. Ironman, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, let's force the issue and see what happens.
Unfortunately,
Here we go.
unfortunately, Shane, I don't think like that just doesn't seem the pace anymore. Like teams I've watched game after game where it's 5-on-3, and the guys are just boring me to death, just sitting in their bunkers. You're like, come on, guys, go get them, go entertain me. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want to be entertained when I watch paintball.
Well, you know, here's Alex Goldman in the snake corner,
hiding, not even shooting his gun.
That kid, I want him in the 50s.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't care which 50. Get him in one of them.
Well, that's the thing is that, you know, last year we saw Alex Goldman play for Dynasty and struggle because of that, because he would get in these spots where he just not pull the trigger, not push aggressively, and you know he's that type of guy, man. Put him as far in front as you possibly can and put some guns on him, have him, you know, gunfight guys. That's when he seems to excel. But it's like you guys said, if the Ironmen try to play at the pace of Dynasty's game, and look what happened. Like, you know, they come out, Shane, like you said, they get a kill. Nothing happened with that, and the game slowed down, and then Dynasty was able to get another kill, and on Stephen Pitts, Alex Fagey found that shot, and then now it's a tie game here. Oh, but Alex
Fagey got dinked out by 3-1. So basically, we're at 5:30 in this game. I'm going to say this game runs at least another 30 seconds. So at this point, we can play a total of 4 points this match if we keep the same pace going, right? 5-minute points.
And you know what? Like I said, race to 7. But I know this layout has been playing slower. Just there's not really a key center bunker to help close out the game.
There's no payoffs either. If you get to the 50
really
snake, you can't shoot anybody. You get to 50 Drew, you can't shoot anybody.
Yeah, you know what? But I'll be honest with you. It's time to take some chances.
You got to.
You know,
if nothing else, just to entertain us.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm less concerned with who wins this tournament and more concerned with us being entertained today. Really. I'm being honest. You know what I mean? I love all these guys. I hope somebody wins. Unfortunately, someone's going to lose. But entertain us. Ironman lose another body on that Dorito side of the field.
Yeah, it was Marcelo moving up down the tape. And you know what? Hey, he was moving forward. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so you lose the point. We do talk about momentum, but you know what? Let's play. Let's go, like you said, and we'll entertain us also. But let's go on the attack here, guys.
Yeah, so it's a 3-3 game now. The Ironmen have 2 over here in the snake and 1 in the Dorito 1. Dynasty's got Ryan in the corner, Tyler in the tower, and someone over in that Dorito. Looks like
Bornstein. Or are you talking about Dynasty?
Dalton, yeah.
I'll tell you, that Dalton kid's playing well this year.
Man.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
I
always
wish I had
played well.
half his athleticism.
Oh, man. He's always played well.
I mean, that kid's a complete athlete.
And I use him as an example for my guys because Dalton's one of those guys that he's hyper-aggressive. But when 5 people are shooting at him, he's hyper-smart. He just sits there, talks to the guy behind him, relax and calm.
Well, Ironman just lost a letter player. Now it's 3-on-2.
Yeah. And Mouse has been on defense this whole game.
Yeah.
And for me, if I'm going to play Mouse, I'm going to tell him, hey, man, if you want to find yourself in a defensive position, you're not playing. Because that's not what you're, you know, I can find other guys that can play better. Like, get Mike Paxton back there.
Yeah.
He can play D-ball all day long.
And close games out.
Yeah. And he can carry 15 pounds.
You know, and to go back to I just think it's a defensive mindset that gets set in sometimes because people are scared to be that guy that gets shot. Because I've watched every single point of every single game this weekend on this field, and when guys do, and you're saying there's no reward when you get to the 50 snake, yeah, but all the guns turn and guys can do other moves, you know. So and that's those work. Like when people decide that they want to stay in snake 1, or like, you know, having Goldman all the way back in this back corner. It's just, to me...
The difference, Matty, is the margins of error is so small now. And all these matches are going, like you said, 3-3, 4-3, 3-3.
Yeah.
So you can't make... It's not that they don't want to make the moves. It's that they don't want to make a mistake.
Another thing, too, though, is because it's so important now. You know, every game is important because you could get
brutal.
Relegated down. I mean, we saw...
They're only taking 4 teams out of each division.
And how crazy is it that Moscow... Like, look at Ryan Greenspan opening it up. So it looks like Greenspan trying to beg for a penalty on Mouse. It doesn't matter. So Greenspan closes the point out. Nice job.
6 minutes and 20-second point.
You know what? You got to give it to Dynasty, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're
down a body.
They're so smart.
But again, if Ironman play Dynasty ball, guess what? Dynasty's going to win.
Yeah.
If Ironman don't play their ball, which is get down there, punch the guy in the face, stomp him down, hope for the best.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to be right back here with more Ironman and Dynasty paintball action. 12 minutes and 37 seconds to go. We'll see you in a second. So here we go. This game brought to you by Camp Pendleton Paintball Park and the Paintball Store. And man, you know, that's the home field for a lot of teams now.
That place is blowing up.
Yeah,
every time I go there, there's 20,000 people down there playing paintball. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great facility. All the boys from Southern California, that's where everybody practices.
Well, you know,
the Mecca.
And there's a lot of fields like that around different places, but that's in California at least, it's always been a mecca of paintball, and to have a hive where you can get all these great paintball teams to come in the same place. So even if you're not practicing, like let's say, you know, Dynasty's playing Ironman in a practice, well, Excessive could be playing, you know, Royalty or Impact. You know, Impact's coming all the way from Canada to play. But the cool thing is that even if you're not playing, you can go watch the other teams playing. It's just this collective knowledge being transferred back and forth. What's working, what's not working, and you know, you're talking to guys on the sidelines, and that's how paintball itself and the whole pace of the game and the knowledge of how to do what's working out there actually keeps moving forward.
Yep, for sure.
When you're down there, you get to see a lot of different looks.
100 different looks.
You know, at our home field, all the lower divisional teams, they come out to watch us just to see. You know, in Santa Clara, just to see what we're doing, to get the different looks on what to do on the field. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps to have pro teams in California. Yeah, there's a lot of us now.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so here we go in the breakout split screen. Dynasty on the left, Ironman on the right. Ironman down 1 right now after that real long tactical battle.
Both teams had the exact same breakout, 2-1-2. Ironman losing 1 on the Dorito side. Dynasty not losing a body, giving them the numerical advantage.
You know, but here we're looking at Alex Goldman, and he's in Snake 2. He's playing the 1.
Yep.
You know what? I love that adjustment that Mike Hinman made.
Yep.
He's like, you know what? I need my kid to go in there and do what he does best, is go kill people.
But there's no one stopping him right now from going forward, and that's what he needs to do. There you go, Mouse. And like you said, when he gets up the field, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
When that kid's playing in the back, I'm not afraid of him at all. You put him up in a 50 somewhere, and I start getting nervous.
I'm kind of afraid of him just when he's standing there. The kid can play paintball.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
So now
nice move.
Alex Goldman in a real good position over here, backed up by Justin Swartz. So a little bit of a change up in the player personnel.
I actually
over here
really
on the
like
side.
that. LJ backing up Mouse is a great line.
Yeah, LJ communicates so well.
Yeah,
I know you have snake side coaching, but it's so much better when your brother behind you is talking to you.
Yeah,
and LJ's a great communicator.
And the nice thing about it is LJ is super athletic. He's not quite as good as Mouse and the Snake, but still pretty good. So if Mouse has to go up and trade out, he's a great second guy to get in there and play that same position, you know?
And right now, Mouse has 2 guns on him, so going any farther forward could be kind of a stretch. But you know, this is where LJ needs to find that hopper from across the field, and clip that guy in back center, clip that guy across the field into Doritos. You know, right now you see Oliver laying in back center, and he actually got pushed off from the snake side, and that's the paint coming from LJ.
Yep.
You know, so now it's only Mouse just got clipped. Wow, but right there,
just
athleticism.
Like we talked about it.
Here we go.
And now Spica dips into the 50-yard line over here on the snake side.
And that's the beautiful thing about having versatile players like the Ironman and Dynasty both have, because they can play any position. They can play it well. Like, I can play the snake. I just can't play it well.
Well, look at this. Justin Swartz, and he knows that Spica's right in there, so he doesn't have anyone over here. No one's watching over Justin Swartz, and he must be getting some sort of communication, because the 2 bodies left alive for the Ironman, they are forced to look on that Dorito side.
Well, and this shows you how slow the game is, because even though Spica knows no one's looking at him, he doesn't run highway. He could ease there.
There he goes. Oh, I think Justin might have got him. No, it's... Oh, wow.
Wow.
So they both miss each other. Spica turns around and blasts Justin and in the back, but then his back gets destroyed by Marcelo Margot, who's in that center.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Marcelo hasn't taken an opportunity to get out of that back center already. He's in a tough position. I mean, Paxton's protecting him as much as he can, but if Paxton gets shot or gets put in, Marcelo's the next one to die in that teeny tiny back center.
Yeah,
now,
the
look
back
at Dynasty.
center's not your friend.
But look at Dynasty, 4-on-2, right? They know they're up a point. They've got all the advantage, and they're not doing anything. They're just sitting there, shooting their guns, not making any mistakes. I think they've taken what damage has taught everybody and just turned it up a notch.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Marcelo. This bunker is small, guys. And I mean, for all of you at home, you understand. Everybody can see this bunker, and it's the smallest bunker on the field.
It's about the same size as one of my pairs of tennis shoes at home.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. You do have Shaq shoes. Yeah.
Well, you know what they say, big socks.
Yeah. I love it. You know, Brandon Short, you got Kyle Spica and Brandon Short on the snake side playing together. And like you're talking about the versatility. As soon as Kyle dies, look at Shorty. He's right up into the snake, you know.
Well, Ironman had to do that. They should have done it maybe a minute ago. But as soon as Brandon didn't go forward, basically Dynasty signaled, hey, guess what? We're not coming.
Yeah, pretty much.
As soon as the snake guy died, it was a 4-on-2. They didn't do anything. They're not coming. And I don't know that I could have been as patient as Brandon was. I would have gone at some point. I would have go shoot somebody.
Well, I'm definitely not patient.
Well, yeah. Well,
I flew all this way.
And so the situation right now is that with 9 minutes and 15 seconds, so there's still a lot of time, but we're seeing some really long points, some tactical battles back and forth. These guys, you know, in those bunkers, gunfighting it out and not wanting to make mistakes. But now Dynasty's up 2 up right now on the Ironmen. So
and guess what they're going to do?
I'm going to guess full court press, 5 up to the 50s off the
That's
break.
what I do.
Well,
hey,
that's what I would do.
We got a 2-point advantage. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to be right back here after this. Do not go anywhere.
I think that's why we're playing challenge.
So it's starting to warm up finally here. 9 minutes, 15 seconds to go. And the Ironmen, when I'm looking at their kill counts, not a lot of production from anybody on that team. Marcelo Margot's got 1. Alex Goldman's got 1. But other than that, really not a lot here. So off the break as the Ironmen trying to get out wide. And they lose Marcelo Margot trying to get out on the Dorito side of the field. So they're down body early here.
And Steven Pitts got a real hard bounce going to that tower. He took the open spot in the middle, tried to lane across and try to get a Dynasty guy out. Didn't get his Dynasty guy and took a real hard bounce.
Yeah, they could have lost both guys on that side.
Yeah,
you know,
easily.
I'll be honest with you. The Ironmen are just you gotta switch it up here.
Well, I was just gonna say, you know what you did the first 2 points didn't work, so don't go out and do the same thing again, right?
Yeah.
Get up the field, man.
Yeah, so they got Danny Park. You know who? Danny Park is probably playing the most aggressive at it, but anybody on the Ironmen, and that's why he's getting spins. So while we got a second here, as with this game starting to develop, let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She has Mike Kim, the coach of the Ironmen, in the pits.
All right, I am down here in the Ironman pit with Mike Hinman, the coach. Mike, what is your plan? Dynasty's undefeated. They're playing really strong. What are you guys going to try to do to make sure you get those points?
I mean, we got to get the G out of that Dorito 1. That guy gets in there and just locks the field down right now. And they're playing a slow Dynasty-style game where they can dissect the field. They're best team probably in the world at doing that. And we've got to get G's. If we get G's on the break, it's going to make them make bad choices. If we don't, we let them play 5-on-5. We're probably in deep trouble. So it's what we're going to try to do. We'll see
All right, we'll see if they can get those G's on the break.
Yeah, well, that's actually a good thing that Mike is acknowledging, that if that Dorito 1 gets in there for it's normally Dalton Vanderbilt, he gets in there and he looks cross field and really effectively is able to put a lot of pressure, enough pressure on the snake side to keep him at least from moving up the field. But Danny Park's like, you know what, hey, I'm going forward. I got nothing to lose.
The only thing I don't like about Mike's strategy is it's kind of one-dimensional, right? We got to get G's off the break. Okay, well, if we don't get those G's, because sometimes you don't, then what are we doing? Are we just going to sit there and play out and decide to lose the game? No, we got to try to get our G's on the break, and then we got to push up the field, because sitting back isn't working.
Well, one thing I do like is his demeanor. He's not in a panic. He's like, you know, in reality, he's like, hey, if we let him play their game, we're going to lose. He's in reality right now.
Yeah.
So I think that calmness is going to, you know, exude to his guys, and his guys are going to be like, you know what, we got this. We can still do this. I love seeing Danny Park in the 50, but you know what? He's hiding.
Yeah.
Let's go on the attack.
No one's even shooting at him.
Yeah. You know, and let's open it up for Mouse. Get a 2 kills and get Alex Goldman up the field. Get him in the 50.
Well, and the Ironmen have had no penetration success on the Dorito side of the field at all.
You see Yosh is posted up on him, but Yosh isn't really containing him or trying to put, I can't hear his bunker getting blown up, but what Yosh is doing is waiting for that head check.
Or barrel or hopper.
Something, you know.
And you know Yosh
is so good.
Yeah.
You know, he's such a great shot.
And now let's see if Yosh can drop a shot in on Park. So Danny Park and Yosh Rao locked up in a gunfight right now. Danny Park at the 50-yard line. Dorito on the snake side of the field. And Yosh has literally not dropped the lane the entire time, man. I mean, he's just calm breaths and literally just focusing on trying to be able to drop a ball. Okay, now, there we go. Park is going to try to wrap around here.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good move.
Well, no one's posted up on him. Alex Frazier's looking inside. Okay, now Ryan Greenspan opening up a little bit. But Ryan Greenspan's got to deal with the Dorito side as well. So
the problem I see going forward is we've got less than 6 minutes left in this match. They're playing about 5-minute points, and the Ironmen are down by 2. So even if they can take this game back, which they're down on bodies, it's going to be tough to do it because Dynasty literally is not giving them anything to look at. You look across the field, you see a speck of a guy here, a speck of a guy there. Unless the Ironmen can make this point in another minute or so, there's a good move on the Dorito side that might just... no, sorry, Bubba. That's Marcelo Margot pushing down that Dorito side, getting caught.
So Marcelo struggling a little bit, and you know who got that kill?
Oh, Stephen Pitts.
Yosh Rao had switched his gun up just at the right time. He has that ESP out there.
That's what Yosh Rao does. So, unfortunately, the Ironmen are down 3 on 5. Dynasty has a 2-point advantage, and they're not looking to make any mistakes out there. Like, I'm kind of surprised Eggs even did that. But, you know, Eggs is an aggressive player. He's smart, like Shane was saying earlier, he's almost as smart as Matt, which is huge, but he's also an aggressive kid, man. Well, he likes to go forward.
I think he wants to go get some.
If Alex Frazier's a perfect example of he's always going to take what you give him.
Yep.
Yes.
If you give him something, he's looking for it constantly. Yeah. So if he'll do his job, he'll do what the game plan is. But if it's really hard for Alex to be in a spot where it's like, no one's shooting at me. I know I can move up. I know that spot, too.
Well, if you see Alex, he's having a full-on conversation with the sideline coaches, and basically what they're telling him is like, hey, Mouse is in the back of the snake watching over Danny, so you can't go get him. And he's like, you know what, I'm going anyway.
Yeah. and once again, Alex, you know, plays the way.
Oh, he got the red. Oh, I don't know about that.
And now all of a sudden things get a little interesting.
I don't know about that. They left Parks. They called the point. What?
But Alex.
Oh.
Wow, but you know what?
Well, they already called it. Oh, that's going to be another penalty.
No, so Park just, I don't understand why
there
they
comes another red. I knew it.
Wow.
Another red. Dynasty just made a mistake. I'm not going to say anything other than Dynasty just made a mistake.
Well, explain.
Well, they got a penalty, and then Danny ran up to get the flag, and they got another penalty. Oh, now Ironmen are getting a penalty. Wow, there's flags everywhere. There's flags everywhere.
This is a flag per grade.
A flag fest.
Yeah, there's fireworks coming out here. There's fireworks everywhere.
It's a flag. It's Cinco de Mayo. They're just celebrating out there.
That is true.
And this is very uncharacteristic of Dynasty because usually they don't make these mistakes. Like Texas Storm earlier, they made a mistake. They lost the match because they made a mental error. Dynasty apparently just made a mental error and drew at least 1, if not 2 majors. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was chaos.
Well, let's listen in and see what's going on in the pits here.
Let's go, Dynasty! Good job, Josh. Let's go, man. Good job, Alex. Load me up. Nah, dude, fuck me, man.
Yeah, a little parental advisory on the pits, as always.
Alex is just saying, hey, the ref made a good call. I'm not sure, you know, if I agree with him or not, but it's a good call. The ref made the right call.
You know, it's hard to see from up here, but it looked out like Alex did him pretty clean. I don't know if Mouse picked him up and he kept shooting his gun.
It looked like a trade to me.
Yeah, it did look like a trade. But you know what? After that, I don't know what happened.
Well, after that, though, they'd already lost the other guy on the Dorito side, so Mouse had been shot. Danny reinserted himself.
Oh, yeah.
And went across, got the flag. Dynasty guy saw a guy coming across getting the flag, shoots Danny. He draws a major for shooting a guy after the horn's already been blown, and then Danny grabs the major for playing on after he'd been bunkered. But they did give Dynasty the point. It is showing 3-0 on my screen.
Yeah, but you know what? That makes no sense to me either. So, yeah.
Hey, listen,
Maddie,
you're really pretty. You're really pretty. Just sit in the box.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. You know, so we saw Alex Frazier make what looked like an awesome move. Yeah, so Dalton and Tyler trying to be the positive force that he is, and Yosh always the voice of reason, probably like, all right, hey, let's stay composed here. We still got the lead.
Do you guys see how good my beard looks? How can you be mad with my beard looking this good?
Does his heart rate ever go up?
No.
The kid's just cool as ice, right?
It's cold as ice.
Yeah. It's just
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have
ice.
Yeah.
He's cool as ice because he is not a cold man at all.
Yeah,
He's a very warm guy, but. Yeah, you know, but that's the thing, you know, that's one of the reasons, you know, it's like Dynasty is kind of like this intricate paintball body in which all sections of it work together but they're completely different. You know, Alex Frazi's got a way different personality than Ryan Greenspan, and same with Yosh Rao and Oliver Lang, but all together, they are way better.
Yeah, individually,
the sum of their parts.
Yeah, individually, they're out there spinning out of control, but together, they pull each, you know, they pull themselves together.
And what an awesome job that Rusty's doing with them.
Oh, great job,
I mean,
yeah.
you're
Calm,
talking,
cool, collective.
Yeah, this is like handling an NBA team. This is LeBron James and you know, and Dwayne Wade.
Like
there's some serious personalities he's dealing with, and you know what?
Sure.
He's juggling it, and he's making it work, and he's making them believe. And I mean, coaching at this level, you know, it doesn't win the game, but it can definitely cost you the game.
Yeah.
You know, the guys got to go out on the field and do what they do. But, I mean, wow, what a job he's doing with these guys.
Rusty Glaze is the perfect guy for that, though, like you said. I mean, and it's tough, though. I mean, you guys have been in those positions. You know, you've all had superstar teams. You know, we were all in the Ironman together. Then
Shane used to have to deal with you.
Oh, prima donna.
Prima donna.
Hey, I was always losing my cold screaming at you.
Wow. So we just got the call. There's 3 majors on Dynasty. So Dynasty will be starting with 2 players and 1 major on the Ironman. This is going to change this match significantly.
Wow, we might have a quick point.
Oh, my God.
Now we'll see some aggressive paintball.
Yeah. Wow. Can I get in, Coach?
Wow. Dynasty is going to be very unhappy if they're getting kicked out of this tournament.
Oh, this is going to be fun, though.
I don't like it when the referees, you know, change the outcome of the game. You know, obviously, sometimes it's just, sometimes it's not just, but 3 majors at 1 point seems a little excessive.
Ooh, good.
Good.
Wow, good plug. Good plug for the team.
Wow, I like that.
JT's Splatmaster.
Yeah.
Key Action Sports. I'm just saying impulse.
Yeah.
I'm just saying impulse.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna need to
a bigger box for Dynasty.
Yeah, we're gonna need a remodel on the box to accommodate all of the penalties here.
Well, at least they have someone to talk to in there.
I would love maybe someone can radio us exactly what those. I get Alex's. You know, if they call the major on Alex, I don't agree with it, but I saw that. I saw the one guy. I think it was Dalton who shot the flag runner, Danny Park. I don't know where the other one came from.
Maybe they got pulled out on the major and they just kept going.
But what I don't get is the horn had already blown, right? And once the horn is blown, that match is over, and you can't draw a major on the field.
You can't? Oh, that can shoot people after the horn blows?
Hey, let's watch the replay of this. So here goes Alex Frazier. He launches.
Oh.
Alex is out on him, but obviously from that point of view, we can't see the
paint. Can't see any hit.
But he doesn't have it.
Alex is shooting on him. He is out shooting on him. He might have caught him early.
Oh, look. He went in to tell Danny to stay in, too.
But you got to wipe that paint off because the refs across the field see a huge hit on a kid.
Yeah, you got to get it off.
You know.
So Park's like, okay, what happened? Okay, I'm coming out. No, you're good. And then he's like, get in the box. You got a penalty.
And you know what? Reffing is the hardest thing out there, guys.
Yeah,
we reffed the WCPPL a few weeks back, and oh my God, the work that those guys do. You know what? I got shot so much, and it's such hard work. You gotta give props to the refs out there.
Yeah,
it's
really
a very hard job to do out there, guys.
Especially these plays are so bang bang. You know that it's really tough out there. So, regardless, it looks like Dynasty though they have a ton of penalties, but they're still winning this game. At least right now on the board, it's score 3-0 with 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Yeah. So they're gonna have to play up until minute and 33 with 2 bodies. It looks like. I'm
gonna throw this at you guys. I bet Dynasty still thinks they can win this match.
Oh,
I bet they're gonna sprint 2 guys outside. Hope they get them both alive. Stay alive and cross it up and hope for the best.
I'd go to the
A. Right the A.
If I was one of the 2, I'd go to the A. And you know what? Feast.
I was going to say, I'm coming. If I see you going, I'm coming.
The Ironman won't expect that, that's for sure.
Well, I'm sure you'll meet somebody up there. At least I hope.
Yeah.
You won't be lonely long.
Yeah. You know what? These 2 players that come out here for Dynasty, of course they're going to think they're going to win. Why are they going out there? You know what I mean? Like you said, try to burn some time off the clock.
Most guys were just going to run and hide and be like, we'll just live as long as we can. Yeah. I think these guys are like, we're going to kill these guys. All right,
so maybe Lauren, who's over there right in the center of the whirlwind of penalties and all the information, maybe she's got something for us.
Hey guys, lots of confusion down here. There were 5 major penalties just in that point. Basically what happened is Ironmen conceded the point, but they were still running to get the flag. Dalton and Harmon were confused as to why they were still running, so they pretty much unloaded paint onto the guy. So Harmon and Dalton got a major for unsportsmanship. Alex Frazier already had a major, so that's 3 on Dynasty, 2 for Ironmen. So they're starting this next point with low bodies. So we'll see how it goes.
Hey, you know, that kind of makes sense, though.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we saw.
And that's why we got her over there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren, for enlightening us as to what the hell was going on.
Well, this match isn't
there.
as far off as I thought. It's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, there we go.
So, and Dynasty definitely severely in the driver's seat right here because
they got 2 guys.
Lost one on the break.
But Brandon Short gets shot off the break. So Brandon gets G'd up here, and now I know, but it looks like Danny Park's gonna. Did he catch it? No, sorry, Justin Swartz. So it's just one. It's just Glenn Takamoto, and it's gonna be real tough for him. And he's trying to get out wide. Oh my God, did he make it in there? He did. He made it in clean. So Marcelo, they're gonna have to come and double bunker him out, and then quickly Justin Swartz grabs that flag. So now we got ourselves a 2-point game.
What a smart veteran move by Justin. He sees Marcelo go in to go get the last guy. He goes back and gets the flag because every second counts right now for them.
Yep.
You know, and they just showed they can shoot a guy off the break. They can make some points go really fast.
Well,
hey, this is kind of entertaining.
This is by far the most entertaining game I've seen all weekend.
What we also learned is it doesn't matter the field, it doesn't matter the format. Just go like 3 or 2 players out there and stuff happens.
Yeah.
Makes it action. Like get rid of the 5-man format.
You know,
go down to a 3-2 format.
It's like NHL when they play 4-on-4. Open ice, things start to happen. I love it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So and now that we got things figured out here, we'll be right back after these messages. So here we go. The score now 3-1. Los Angeles Ironmen finally able to get on the board because 3 players for San Diego Dynasty are sitting in the box with major penalties. Now, the Ironmen have 2 major penalties themselves as Alex Goldman and Danny Park are going to have to play the next minute and 30 seconds, or wait for the next minute and 30 seconds to elapse before they are allowed to come out of that box. So here we go, start this next point. Now let's see if they can G up Ryan Greenspan off the break, and Ryan Greenspan somehow able to make it out wide.
I'm just really looking forward to watching 5 guys coming out of the box in a minute and 20 seconds.
Oh, I think it's going to be great to see 3 coming out at once. Wow. You can get 3 Gs in about a matter of a second.
Well, this is easier also for the referees. You know, there's only 5 guys playing, and we got 20 referees out there, so there should be no problems with calls out there.
Yeah, the tough thing for the Ironmen right now is they're able to get way up the field as Marcelo's at the 50-yard line there, the eye in the sky. But their top right-hand portion of your screen, you can see that, you know, the Yosh Rao and Ryan Greenspan were able to get out wide, and what that's good is going to slow it down. And Ryan Greenspan and Yosh Rao so good at crossing it up.
2 of the best.
And then now here comes Marcelo Margot, and he is going to get shot. It looks like,
2-on-2.
so now.
Oh, 2-on-1. Dynasty are back in the driver's seat. Here he comes.
Look at Steven Pitts, though. Steven Pitts. Or, sorry, Steven Pitts trying to come down.
Oh, Ryan doesn't know that it's a one-on-one.
Now he does, and Ryan Greenspan owns Steven Pitts.
Wow.
So Ryan Greenspan, hero for Dynasty, able to get that flag hang, or he doesn't even need to hang it. The point's going to get conceded. So, wow, Ryan Greenspan, I'll tell you what, man.
I don't care what you guys say.
Ryan ever make mistakes?
I don't care what you guys say. I think he's good at paintball. And I'll argue this to the death.
Yeah.
Wow, so amazing play by Ryan Greenspan. Steven Pitts dropping the ball, thought he had the advantage, and we're going to be right back after this commercial messages.
Ever wonder how your order gets from ansgear.com to you? Using our fast and efficient processing method, your purchase is pulled, verified, and shipped to your door quickly and accurately. Every order is checked for accuracy 3 times before it leaves the warehouse. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner and at an affordable price to get you back in the game. Shop now at ansgear.com.
So I'll tell you what, we are back here, 2013 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open of Matty Marshall alongside Rich Telford and Shane Pestana. And man, I haven't seen, I mean, we've seen some entertaining matches this year, but I've never seen a game go like this before. Have you guys ever seen a game like this?
Not with two top pro teams. Like, you know, you see other teams make mistakes like in the D whatever divisions where they'll do something stupid and kind of throw a game. We saw Texas Storm earlier make a big mistake late in the game.
Yes.
But you don't see two top caliber, 1 or 2 best teams in the world make big mistakes like this very often.
I feel like we've all watched a lot of paintball. Have you ever seen 5 well, look at this, the Ironmen.
They didn't even get a start. Ironmen weren't even paying attention. They got a bad start. Losing one on the break.
I mean, the Ironmen are just making mental mistakes
2 on 2 now.
Well,
and I tell you what, you don't want to be pushing up, 2 on 1. Ironmen are...
Well, here they're going to come out of the box. This is going to be interesting. Yeah.
It's Michael McCormick here in the stage.
All come out at the same time.
I love it.
Well, they got 2 of them out alive. And then, but the Ironmen just dropping bodies now.
Yeah, I think it's a 2 on 3 with Dynasty with the advantage. And honestly, unless another paintball bomb goes off, I'm going to say that this is going to go. Oh well, no, Dynasty. I mean, Ironmen pushing hard.
You know, obviously I was joking earlier about a paintball atomic bomb, but my God, did we just see...
That's how powerful you are. Even your jokes come true, bro. Even your jokes.
Wow, what an entertaining matchup, man. 2 minutes left to go here, and it's really looking like Dynasty's going to win this game. There's no way, really, the Ironmen can... Well, who knows what could happen at this point. I
would like to say one thing,
I'm never going to say there's no way anything can happen anymore.
I would like to say one thing, though. Thank you. Thank you for entertaining us.
Yeah.
Look at Danny Park trying to win this game single-handedly. I love it. Don't draw that penalty, Danny.
So Danny Park getting shot, and here comes big move down the Dorito side of the field. That's Marcelo Margot trying to push in, and he ends up getting he takes out.
Oh, Ryan doesn't see a mouse over there that's still alive.
So Ryan Greenspan's force field finally comes down, and Alex Goldman is going to sprint that. Yeah, he is fast.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Is he the fastest guy in paintball?
No, he's not as fast as I am. You know, honestly, this is going to probably surprise you guys. Riley Sullivan is fast. I mean, he's a giraffe, but he's fast.
Sounds like we got a bet. Well, anyway, we're going to be right back after this.
Did you hear that? Hear what? Tanks? 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 Tanks! Tanks! Oh yeah, tanks! Night night! Tanks! 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 Weasel free!
Odds that the dude that works at the carnival graduated high school. Odds that none of these guys have ever been arrested. Odds that this guy plays paintball. Odds of you winning this tournament. Odds of you winning a prize from Valken, especially if you head over to Facebook and enter our Paintball Access Daily Contest. Enter, win, celebrate.
What makes the Virtue Spire the best loader in paintball? What makes the Virtue Spire the best loader in paintball?
Россия – это страна с очень сложными погодными условиями.
Not only is the Spire smaller and lighter than leading competitors,
the Spire is designed to take the toughest abuse that paintball puts out and keep feeding no matter how bad your paint or weather gets.
With a true 200 round capacity, it holds more paint as well.
Not only is it easier to take apart, but more importantly, it's easier to put back together.
Find out more at virtuespire.com.
So here we go. Minute and 15 seconds to go. 4-2 is the score. Both teams finally back at full strength.
See Oliver Lang out there giving them their last-minute encouragements.
He's such a great leader, and
He is.
he's kind of taken a different role on the team of playing, back center, which you would never think Oliver would be doing. And you know what? I love it because it just shows the progression of paintball. He's bringing the younger kids up.
Well, it just like in any story, there's multiple acts, different chapters, and that's what's happening as these guys get older. And I mean, some guys have the ability or have been locked into certain roles. Like Alex Frazier's pretty much been playing the same role. Same with Yosh Rao, but Ryan Greenspan also has emerged as a support player and has to be more of a leader, and Oliver's into that situation as well. It's just like you had such an amazing run for years, and now you're in another chapter 2 with Royalty, which is a great story. So it's really cool to see as things progress here. History plays itself out. So we're about to see it right now. Who is going to move on to the final?
Yeah, Ironman lose one on the drill side early.
Which has been a consistent thing since after the first point. Now they've lost 2 bodies.
I think they just lost Danny Park too.
And it looks like a penalty. No? Yeah, minor penalty on Danny Park. So Ironman continuing to struggle here against San Diego Dynasty as I hear a big exhale coming from Shane over there.
I love the Dynasty guys. I really do. Of course, I bleed Ironman red.
Of course.
I always have.
Yeah. I mean, you helped lead that team to 2 world, three world titles.
A few of them. I lose count.
Would you say, Hefe? Would you say a plethora?
A plethora. And what we were talking about, the older guys moving back. Alex Frazier just hasn't got the memo that he's old because the kid is just playing fantastic in front, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean, you got to give it to him. I mean, the Dynasty, they win the first event, and here they are going back to the finals. And are they the Dynasty team of the old this year? I mean, they?
They had such a bad year last year.
I think they're better.
And so now they headed into the offseason knowing they needed to make some dynamic moves. So they pick up Kyle Spica and Brandon Short from the Ironmen. They bring Tyler Harmon onto the team as well. They got a couple other guys like Blake Yarber. But I think another big gigantic piece of the puzzle was the switch to Rusty Glaze as the coach. Yep. And also, again, like you would talk about at the opening moments of this match, paintball is all mental. I mean, it's all mental. So I think Dynasty came in with a renewed passion and fire for the game and an understanding that they need to put forth the effort to be on top, both in being aggressive with picking players up and in practice and really remotivating their entire squad. So, yeah, man, they look awesome again.
Yeah.
They're undefeated so far.
I honestly think they're better now than they used to be.
Absolutely. I think last year pissed off the core crew.
Yeah.
And that core, those names, those big boy names we always talk about, they got refocused. They got re-energized by the new additions. And that was a name that we haven't said much this match was Blake Yarber. That kid's a stud, and he's a great kid.
So solid.
And I'm telling you, additions like that to the team is going to make them even last longer as a fantastic team.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it looks like we have Tyler Harmon from a victorious San Diego Dynasty who will be advancing to the final. And let's listen in. He's with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, down here with Tyler Harmon of Dynasty. You guys just beat Ironmen. That was a crazy match. So many penalties. It was raining. When you guys were in the box, the 3 of you, what were you thinking or talking about when you knew you guys come out?
We were just thinking about how stupid we are for shooting back at that guy who shot at us. The game was over, and then he started shooting at us, and I thought the game was live, so I kept shooting. We all started shooting, and then we got penalties. So
I saw your guys' confusion, you and Dalton looking back at each other like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know. Me and him were like, why are we getting shot, dude? And they were like, oh my God, we're shooting you. And we're like, okay, we're shooting back, so whatever. It happens. You get penalties, you go on, whatever.
You're still playing strong, you're still undefeated. Yep. They won that one, so good job, Dynasty.
Thank you.
All right, so there it is. Dynasty taking down the Ironmen in a barn burner of a game, 5-2. They advance to the final, and they are going to play the winner of Tampa Bay Damage and Edmonton Impact. That game coming at you next, and we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere.
This is our retail showroom where we have all the latest and greatest